Here he comes. Don't miss him. Well, then bring your line around. Come on, Kim. Scoop him.
Got it.
All right. Good work. Look at that thing. It's a beast.
Oh my god.
Boy, they aren't messing around when they get a hold of that. Not the camera. Whatever you do, don't get the camera.
There he is, get him. He's a little tiny guy.
Yeah,
That'll
I think
work.
so. That's awesome. Oh, cute. Good
Man, they
job.
snarf that thing when they get it, huh?
Welcome back, guys, to Alaskan Savage. Today, I'm gonna try to refurbish some of these Squid Jigs from the old 5-6-year-old Squid Jigs to make them look like the new ones, or hopefully better. You're fishing deep water, you want them to glow good, and these are way unsatisfactory for what we're trying to do. All the glow-in-the-dark paint is wore off of them. The glow bodies don't glow anymore.
Look at these jigs. They glow in the dark. They got a weight on the bottom with a treble, and then all these spikes. So what happens down at depth, John?
And I've tried glow sticks, they do work, but the claws on the squid actually rip holes in the glow sticks, and they only work for about 2 to 3 squid, and you've got to replace the glow stick. So working with B2 squids, and they've sent me some bodies up to give it a try, and I'm going to try to modify these and get them out fishing the next few days. But we're going to start out with some sandpaper. This is 120 grit. I don't recommend you going any smaller grit than 120. It just is too fine. I want a nice coarse profile on the, I want a bunch of grooves and abrasions on the lead and on the existing paint, so the paint really has something to bond to really well. Watch out for the sharp points, guys. They're really sharp. And I'm just going to try cleaning this up the best I can. It's a swiveling body, so it kind of is hard. We're going to knock off a lot of corrosion, any of the chip paint. See, there's great big chips on the top of this one. I could probably even scrape these with a knife. Probably a serrated knife would work better, just because it's would give it a little more grooves. The paint on these ones are pretty well stuck on there, but I'm just trying to rough up any of the glossy finish to give our new paint something to stick to. I don't know if you can see, but I've got most of the gloss off of it. That's all I'm wanting to do. There's a little bit left on this one. I'm gonna take a little of this paint thinner, dab it on a paper towel, and we're gonna just clean these the best we can. Want our new paint to stick really well. Oh, that one's gonna bleed for sure. When you get this paint thinner on your hands, try not to put it on the glow-in-the-dark body though. It can eat them. Acetone will work for cleaning these. Starting fluid. This is just what I had handy. I probably would rather have starting fluid or acetone. It evaporates a little faster. Alright, so the leads are all scuffed up, wiped down. I'm going to grab a different paper towel, kind of dry them a little better, and then I'm going to paint them. I made a box, so when I paint these, I don't really care if the glue drips down on the bodies as much as I do. I just want to keep them. I just poked holes in this box so they'll sit upright, and I'm gonna start painting them. This paint I just got off of Amazon. It was like $9 or $10, and I'm probably gonna hit these with 2 coats. All right, well, there's phase 1. I'll let these dry, and I'll put on another coat, and then we'll work on the bodies. Minute 30 seconds to drop down to 450. There it is. Drew is on the board. Woohoo! Getting with this little jacket. All right. Be having some calamari tomorrow. Can't pump the rod when you're reeling on these squid because they just come off the hook, but it's just steady reeling.
Pretty good.
All right. Another one for the calamari fry. Well, guys, I'm back. It's been a few days. I thought this was only going to take 2 coats. Ouch. But it actually took a healthy 4 coats. I might even got a couple of these 5 times. The paint says the more you put on it, the better the glow. And it also says to put on a base layer, which I did not. I was just trying to see if I could cover it up just with the glow-in-the-dark paint. And it took a few more steps and a lot more coating than I thought. But hopefully it holds up. Next time I think I'm going to take it all the way down to the lead and use a acid etching primer and then do a white or a silver or something like that, or gray, light gray, and then paint them. I think it'd speed up a little bit of time, maybe make it a little more durable. I don't know, but this is my first go at it. I'm going to start putting the bodies on. They glow really good though. I mean, I've had them hanging here in my kitchen there for a little bit and turn out the lights at night, and it glows out pretty good. These ones, the darker ones, the ones that are 5 years old, these ones are only 1 year old. And I'm going to put a plastic body on them anyways, just to see if I can enhance the glow. But these ones are really dim. And I'm definitely going to put a body on those. So, here we go. I'm going to take one of these 9-inch B2 squids. We got a little soapy water. And just going to kind of wet these because I do not want to drive my hands into these hooks. So hopefully I can do this without injuring myself. Probably should be wearing some leather gloves. Pretty good fit, actually. Alright, so I just got to be able to get to that tie down, which I will. With all these tentacles, they get in the way of the actual hooks on the squid jig. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pair of scissors and just trim these off. All I'm looking for is the body to glow, and I want these hooks to be effective. So I'm just taking these off. There we go. As long as I can get to the tie off, which I can, we're good to go. If you haven't went squid fishing before, I recommend you go try it. It's a lot of fun. You don't have to do it at night. I just seem to be a little more productive when I do it at night. And the squid are usually a little shallower, so it's a lot less reeling. If you haven't checked out the B2 squid products, you should definitely check them out. They got a really good lineup of a lot of different gear for salmon, cod, halibut. And I'm just trying to incorporate some of their gear right now on some squid fishing. I did like the glow sticks, but the squid would just tear them up so much. They just didn't hold up. I'm actually going to save some of this stuff for my steelhead flies. I think they'll work really good in some of my steelhead patterns. Those are definitely not going to get thrown away. I'm going to hang on to those. One other way I modify these, and it makes them super productive, but you definitely want to check out your local fish and game rules and regulations. Ours say that there's not supposed to be any barbed hooks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little extra grabbing power on these. And I'm going to do it with a split ring. But on the bottom, they have an eye. And they're made to run in consecutive. So you would tie one here, 2 or 3 feet down, tie another one, and so they would fish, you know, in a tandem, and you could get more than one squid. I've done it before. I just haven't found that it was more productive than a single for myself. Maybe someone's different, but I normally just got one. Sometimes I'd get two, but it wasn't very often, and I was just whipping a lot more gear, and it was a lot more cumbersome and a little more tangles at the top when it got on the boat. So what I'm going to do is, if you've ever used a pair of ring nose pliers, if you've never used them, I recommend anytime you got to do any split rings on your plugs, on anything else, these things make it an easy go. They got a little hook on the top of the bill, and you just crimp them around, and it opens up the split ring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on first, get them started, and I'm going to follow it with a hook. Get the hook started, and then just twist them both on. And so it'll be just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mash down the barbs. And then in our area, they're legal. All right. There's one done. There's number two. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them.
Oh, you're missing one over in the corner, 17.
17. But the refurbished jigs worked pretty good. We gave them a test today. Repainted them. Put the B2 squids bodies on them. They fit like a glove. They charged up awesome. It was a fun night. Got to see some northern lights tonight. And had a good time. Know where your meat comes from? Huh? Yeah, we had a good time. Know where your meat comes from, and please subscribe, share it with friends, hit the like button for us.